Hi, and welcome to another video. I just ran across this video and it just had me so heated. I know that there are skits out there and stuff like that, but this just felt so real. I'm going to go ahead and play the video and let you know my thoughts because on this channel, we talk about difficult topics, tough conversations, things that people aren't really talking about, or things that aren't being spoken about from a biblical truth perspective.
Sure you want to delete? Hell yes, I am sure.
This girlfriend deleted her boyfriend's 2K career players because he didn't spend enough time with her. You won't believe what happened next. Who's the red flag?
Goodbye. We deleted it. Here's another one. Delete the very last 90 overall. What are we gonna do with that one? Oh, delete.
What the fuck? Oh my god! What did you do? What did you do? I'm being serious. What the fuck did you do? He deleted all my plays. He deleted my fucking plays. I'm not playing.
It's a game, relax. It's not that serious.
Oh my god! I'm 390. 390.
Are you kidding right now?
I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired of living my shit. Fuck you, first time. Hey, God. Hey, God.
Are you sure you want to?
I'm not gonna lie, I hate women like that. There are so many things that's wrong with this type of video. Just for starters, like there's a few things that probably people aren't really talking about, whatever. I'm gonna go over some comments after this as well to see what's going on. But who was the red flag to you is definitely the girl. Yes, video games can be addicting. There's certain things that in virtual reality, which is a distraction, or there's certain things that if you overindulge and overdo it in certain entertainment and stuff like that, it is an issue. But to sit there and delete something that he's worked hard on, something that matters to him. He didn't go in your I don't know if she wear makeup or not, but he didn't go into your vanity and throw away all your makeup or throw something all over your makeup. He didn't go in your closet and rip up all of your clothes. He didn't go and cut off your hair. He didn't go and do we obviously we don't know his relationship. It's just a snippet. And then there are a ton of skits out there, but this felt real. This felt real. And it just really goes to show the disrespect that some women have. And a lot of y'all men, y'all gotta be careful out here. Just because you look a certain type of way, you gotta be careful of those vindictive, vicious, evil women. Because honestly, I think what she did was pretty evil. I mean, yes, she could have done something else or whatever cases, but in the terms of like, say you had something that you've been working on, like a YouTube channel or something that is something that's just passionate. Let's completely just get the video game out of it. Like, imagine because you're not spending enough time or they don't feel like you're spending enough time, they just go and delete something. Or if you're an artist and they're like, oh, you're spending too much time doing this, and they just throw paint all over your canvases and just completely destroy the things that you've been working hard on. And honestly, after dealing with a Pookie situation where he's going out and being for the neighborhood and doing every X, Y, and Z and just dipping and diving and just about any old thing, it really puts things into perspective. A lot of women that complain about they man being on the video game too much. I'd rather you be home playing video games than be a YN and or be a older dude and acting like you a YN. Okay, not that they should be acting that way either, but I'm just talking about the act of cheating. And honestly, I think y'all are just being over the top. And it's kind of this just like nitpicking and complaining at that point. These are things you could talk about. These are things that you could sit down and have conversations about. These are things that you could work on. These are things that you could pray about. Like n- to go and just delete everything and to be do a vicious act like that is just, in my opinion, is messed up. And it just shows what type of person that you are, that you don't see things from you don't look at things from another person's point of view. As women, we're supposed to be do that naturally, be nurturing. You ain't think that if he's been spending so much time doing something that he not he not gonna feel some type of way if you delete everything. What did you think was about to happen? You thought he was about to just be irked and be like, all right, you know what, babe, I see what you were saying. Like, forget all of the hours and sweat equity that I've put into doing these things, or whatever the case is. Like, you just come and just delete everything. You thought it was gonna be cool. Like, you thought you were more important than anything. And not to say that you want to think that not to say that you don't want to think that you're more important than the game. I would hope so. But it's, for me, it's not really about the game. It's about the act. It's about the principle. It's about what she did. It's just so selfish. Like, let's like it, like saying, if what if you was working on cars too much, if you felt like you was jealous of the cars, what you gonna do? Light a match and blow the whole car up? Like, what were you gonna do? It's just the principle behind it and the act and the malicious intent behind it. And there was even people, I guess, in the comments, maybe that's why she said that were saying, "Are you sure you about to delete this?" Like, even they knew that's kind of drawing. It said the relation. One comment says the relationship would be done right there too. That's months and months. I'm working hard to get that. And she just deleted it all. I would do the same. I'll just delete the relationship and get out the house. She's not living there no more. Yeah, y'all really have to be careful who wife, and that's why it's important. People look down on Proverbs 31 women, and you'll have guys or girls. I don't know who creating this content propaganda about why guys don't marry the quote unquote basic. First of all, that's not basic. Basic, if you really look at the entirety of it, if something is basic, that means it's something that is generally done, or whatever the case is. The quote unquote, and they labeled them pretty girls, which you can be a Proverbs 31 woman and be gorgeous. That's usually like, I don't understand, like, like, what are you talking about? And it really doesn't even have anything to do with that. You could just be a gorgeous woman and just so happen to be a Proverbs 31 woman. Like, what's the issue? But they label it that, and they push that propaganda to make it seem like there's just no pretty woman out there. That No, there's plenty. Okay, there's plenty. We out here, and females like her can never understand. This comment says females like her can never understand how much pure hard work is put into the games like these. And for, like I said, for me, it's not really about the game. It's about the principle and the act, the malicious act that she did. And then it says in this comment, this right here is prime example of us men not dating like that anymore. They can't stand seeing us happy, peaceful. It's one of it's one of their biggest kryptonites. Now, when it comes to this comment, it's really sad because it's all an agenda that Satan has lined up, that Satan has put together, that Satan is trying to separate Adam and Eve and trying to have you go towards AI, okay? AI girlfriends and AI boyfriends. Now, the thing that's not being put on display that they don't want you to see is those Proverb 31 women, is those women out there whom are attractive, whom not only are attractive, but are also great on the inside. Okay. Once you fear the most high, supernatural favor and things can happen. If you feel like you not this, that, and the third enough, you could pray to God about your looks, everything, and watch the blessings pour in, because you only want one guy, one husband. Like, so and the woman that he's talking about that hates seeing you happy and peaceful is gonna be Satan's woman, Satan's seed, the feministic woman who ironically is mad masculine, because that was a very, I wouldn't even say masculine, but that wasn't a womanly thing for her to do, a nurturing, caring thing for her to do in that moment. And then this comment says, I'm a single father of two grown boys. And as a father, I feel this young man's pain. I want to get up and comfort him after I kick his girlfriend out. That is just wrong. I truly hope he kicked her out. These types of women do crap like this for clout. Now she can spend all the time she wants all alone. Right. They think they're, cause and then on top of that, I have to turn this over to the men as well. It is partially, it's definitely, men contribute to the problem because they put these women on pedestals, the OF models, the this and the third. They simp the one, and I'm talking, if it's not you, it's not you. The simps ruin it, and because I had an old friend who basically would complain that he went to the club and this woman was there and she was super, super fine and this, that, and the third. But then he got mad when she was asking for a big tip, like she just expected it. And I simply said, "Well, listen, it's y'all men that treat these women like this, and that's why they feel like they can request these outrageous numbers. It wouldn't be something in their vocabulary if they weren't already getting it. So you have to also look at it from both perspectives, from an eagle's eye view. But with all that being said, seek the most high. He will give you peace, okay, from gaming addiction or whatever type of things that you got going on. But these aren't the women that you want to spend your time with. He lets you know, like, it's better to be in a corner of a house on a rooftop than to be in a house living with a contentious woman. It is just a straight fact. Her actions I'm not gonna lie, really pissed me off, because it's like that. You ain't even try to sound no type of nurturing. You couldn't have sit down and talk to the man. And even if you did, like, that's a part of a relationship, is working through things, conversation, communication. There's a way that you could have did something. You could go, dress up, do something to get you want his attention. Us as women, we really need to use what God gave us. We're feminine. You know what I'm saying? The certain things that we have, obviously, that are very attractive to a man. Sweet words, talking a certain type of way, cooking him some food. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna, what do you want him to stare you in your face all day? Like, what did you want out of the situation? Like, yes, you got the guy. He clearly is attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all together, the house looked really nice. So I don't know if he's like what he does, or if that's your bread, or y'all just content creators creating it. Like I said, I don't know if it's a skit, but it felt real. If it was a skit, great acting. He smashed the thing, and I felt his pain. But yeah, seek the most high, create that relationship, strongest foundation, because you could go to him and you could complain to Yah about this. Like, you know what I'm saying? These are things that could have been avoided in a relationship that did not have to be ended on those terms. But again, this is what happens when I don't know these creators, if they're married. I doubt it, the way that he was saying that. Um, this is what happens when you don't follow God's instruction. It's when you lay down with a man, let it be your husband. Okay. I do also have a book out, Melanated and Expecting, as you can see on the screen. Just going over the things that if I had known, I would have avoided so many pitfalls, so many things that God tried to warn me of. But things could have been worse. And I'm still working through it. God is definitely blessing and protecting us. And if you could learn from somebody, then why not? This link is in the description if you want to show your support while getting edified with things that they don't really talk about much on the internet, to protect you and your family in these Babylonian streets. But with that being said, be blessed. I love you. God loves you way, 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 way more. More than you can even know. Okay. And, you know, seek him. Seek him. Stay sober minded on these spiritual streets.